Hello everyone and welcome to Wilson Waffling Live episode 34, recorded Sunday the 1st of March 2015. Winners, video winners and selfies. Run titles.
Wilson Waffling.
Hello. I'm having to do this bit a little bit strange because I can't actually hear myself at the moment because I don't have my headphones on, but I thought if somebody can wear a cowboy hat all week for the student elections, then so can I. Howdy. Yeah, so welcome to this week's Wilson Waffling Live, episode 33. Where does the time go? Right, I'm going to have to take this off now and put my headphones back on. Here we go. That's better. Yes, I've had a haircut. Did you notice I had a haircut? Very smart, I must say, even though if I say so myself. Welcome to Wilson Waffling and this live episode, and if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to YouTube watching this not so live. We've got lots to talk about today, so remember you can join in the chat. Well, let's zoom over to the chat just to see whether or not anybody is there. It looks like it's a bit exciting, but don't panic. It says 2 people, but the reason it says 2 people is because it's both me. I'm just going to say hi in the chat. Hey everyone. It's alright. Nobody's answering, but no worries. Look, absolutely dead. Absolutely dead. I just found some new sort of like weird things that I could do. Watch this. Are you ready? Oh. That was rather good, wasn't it? I don't like it, but we'll see. So yeah, so nobody in the chat at the moment, but you never know, somebody might just pop along. So we've got lots to talk about today and lots of things to look at. So, but first of all, I would just like to say about the very sad news about Leonard Nimoy dying. I thought this was tragic, and I don't know if you saw the news earlier on this. I think it was Friday, yeah, and it's sort of like Leonard Nimoy, who's dead, who I don't know if you know, but played Star Trek's Mr. Spock, but fantastic actor. And really enjoyed his character. And I must say, I tweeted the last week on Friday saying it was because of Mr. Spock that I was so interested in science when I was a lad, because I just thought he was fantastic, and he always figured out the problems, and he could do that Vulcan death grip and everything, and mind meld with people, and he was absolutely fantastic and really inspiring. And I must say, his final tweet was just as inspiring. A life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory. LLAP. Live long and prosper. What fantastic. I hope when it comes to the end I've got a good tweet like that. I might use it, I must say. Anyway, he definitely a great actor, and will be sorely missed. I think sorely missed. Right. So let's zip straight across to Wilson Waffling, and let's see what sort of like fantastic things have been happening this week. So here's my webpage, Wilson Waffling, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm going to try to zoom in to try to show you. But if you go, I don't think you can. Hang on, I'll need to. You need to. Can you see right way up here? there's a new button that says register, and you can actually now register for the site. You can actually register for the site, and this is a bit not naughty. It's not naughty. I set this up, and of course spammers just hit your site straight away. Hit your site, and I think I tweeted on Saturday that I'd had sort of like 130 new users to my site, and I've been trying to get together a newsletter to sort of like send out using a plugin called Mail Poet that was recommended to me by a friend who does his own site. And he and so I thought, right, 130 of you have all spammed me. So I sent my newsletter to every single one of them. And do you want to know, the interesting thing is, I got emails on Sunday saying this person has left, this person has left, this person has left, has chose to unsubscribe from your email. So I thought, right, swines in any case. So yeah, so I've got my sort of like email together, and you can either register now for the site, and which means that you can actually get post in the forums and things like that, and you'll get a newsletter, so it's all up there in the top corner. So what else has happened this week? Well, this was Wilson Waffling Placements and Progression last week, which was I really enjoyed doing. And remember, if you want to follow along at all, or if you want to appear in the Twitter feed for this, then by all means just use the hashtag WillWaffLive, and that'll be fantastic, and you will appear on the Twitter feed. Okay, sometime. Do you know the Twitter feed? This is the Twitter feed at the moment. A bit blank. I don't know. I don't actually know what is happening here. I'm not too sure whether or not anybody has put anything in or what. Not too sure what's happening there. So I thought I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it on the actual the actual hashtag, and we'll keep the hashtag like that. So it looks like I'm busy. So yeah, so that was last week's. And then what has happened so far? Well, I didn't do a Wilson Waffling Does Apps this week at all, mainly because I've been teaching really late, so I didn't have time to do that. But the next one was mathematics on a selfie stick. Here we go. So this was me. We were doing some fantastic work in mathematics, and I decided to go and try out my selfie stick. I'm not too sure. I think other tutors at university have a selfie stick, but I think I'm the one who uses it the best. So we got some lovely photos here using the selfie stick, and we're making big friendly giants here in mathematics. Oh, so sorry, Josh. I cut you out there. Hang on. Let's do this. There we go. And yeah, wild times, working so hard. I think this last one was actually the 6 o'clock session, so you can see, really impressed. We're working really hard right the way up to the last minute of the day, so to speak. So a nice face here. So that was my selfie stick. So if you'd like to go and have a look at any of those pictures, and you can see all the big friendly giants that we actually made, you can see all those on my Facebook page, Wilson Waffling, and you can see them all down here. Here's they are, look, all the big friendly giants that we made. And what the idea is that it's mathematics from a storybook from the big friendly giant, the BFG. And what we do is that we let me just click to the first one. Oh, I keep going backwards and forwards. Let's get to the first one. Oh, that's not the first one. No, that's not the big friendly giant. That's me. And what we do is that we give them the hand, and then they have to work out the correct scale for everything else. So you can see here's some of the big friendly giants that they actually make, and they have about 45 minutes to make it. And we did some videoing about it, which where you'll see a bit later on. You can see there's some mathematics on there. So I'll just flick through this so everybody can see them, because you never know, somebody might be sat somewhere thinking, oh, this one, they're meant to be the big friendly giant, but a lot of people end up turning them into something else. So this is Shrek, if you didn't guess. This is a three-dimensional one. This was all made out of tubes, which was quite spectacular, and it's got a mug up here that says BFG, which is wonderful and fantastic. This was a very thin one, but it does say in the book that he was very tall and very thin. Okay, nice one with flowery trousers, a flowery shirt, nice bow tie and jacket. They have a choice as students whether or not they want to make the whole lot, or including the legs and feet, or just the torso. That's why some of them are just torsos. Great face on this one, really like this one, and it is articulated as well. Look, it moves, which is fantastic. This was a three-dimensional one, and look at those shoes that they made. These are like unbelievable three-dimensional shoes. And that was the rest of it. I think it did have a face, but it was a little bit pale, I think the word is. So one without a neck, or one that's leaning forward. I think Sophie's actually up there. And on this one, can you see Sophie just there in the hand? Yeah. So this one got a bit confused, turned into a mermaid, which is fantastic. And I think, oh yes, BFG. This one is in two parts. So the top half is stuck to the wall, and then this half is stuck to the shelf. So, and it's this one's got a fancy outfit on. You can't. This arm here is sort of like bent, so it was a full arm, but really long legs. Really long legs on that one. We had some Austrian students with us, and they hadn't heard about the BFG, and so some of my AT group were saying that it wasn't the big friendly giant, it was called the brutal fiendish giant, hence that. Yeah, rather long arms, nice one, big curly hair, great face on that one again. Oh, this one was Superman, which I thought was quite fantastic. I'm sexy and I know it. A great face on that one. And this was YSJ Cats, and this was like a cheerleader one. And finally, a little fairy. And just so you know, the idea of this was that it had to be to scale and to proportions, and because we use a photocopier for the hand, then I know the exact scale factor. It's 1.41, so it's like 141% bigger, and that's what it is, because we use a photocopier. So that was the Selfies, and then during that activity we decided to video. And oh, do you know, I have never seen so many video clips. I was downloading them from Dropbox, and I think I've got like 15 archive files from this for one group. So I talk in this week's 50 Degrees of Video Success. This is the blog that I talk about the successes or recommendations for videoing in your classroom, and either in higher education or in your primary classroom. And one of the things I comment about is that, I mean, one of the things here it comments on about is the time lapse option, which was absolutely brilliant for this. I really enjoyed this, but let me start at the beginning, because I often think we shouldn't just record things on paper. I think there's lots of different ways to record, and that should be done, and we should engage with that. And I'm the sort of person that, rather than just telling people other methods, I like to, sorry, good cough. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold at the moment. Rather than just telling people to do it, I like to model it, and then to demonstrate how it's done. And within mathematics at the moment, I'm trying to do a different piece of technology in every session. So this one was all to do with videoing, and I used my little camcorder in the first session, which was fine, but in the second one we started to use the iPads to video it, and oh, It was unbelievable, the amount of recording that went on, and there was videos, there was stills, there was just like images, there was these time-lapse options, there was so much, it was unbelievable. And there was even, it was so interesting that what happened was that people at the end weren't using the iPads that we provided, they were using their own phones and everything. And I'm dying to see this. This is panoramic video of somebody going there, and somebody was going around they stood in the middle of the classroom going around taking this panoramic video shot of all the big friendly giants up that have been made. And I saw it going, I just waited, and then just as she passed me I went, oh, like this. I thought it was really funny. I haven't seen it yet. I'm dying to see it. I hope it gets tweeted or something. That would be very special. But so like I photobombed it, boom, straight in. I was like, is that appropriate behaviour for a tutor? I wonder. Anyway, the interesting thing is when I came to upload it, and the idea was that what I was going to do is that I was going to upload them all to Premiere Pro. And Premiere Pro is a video editing software from Adobe, and I've never used it before, and I have iMovie, but I'm not a great fan. So I thought, right, what I'll do is that, and I like things like Photoshop and Dreamweaver, and I did like Fireworks before it stopped being used. I thought, right, what I'll do is that I'll buy it, and I pay it for the year, and it's really good value because I get it for my PC and for my Mac. Excuse me, which is great. And so what I did was that I thought, right, that's absolutely fine. So I thought I'll buy that, and then I'll use it, and remind me to talk to you about Minecraft. And I thought, right, I'll try it, and I did some Minecraft videos about it. I thought if I use it a lot, then I'll get used to it, and then I can produce these videos. So anyway, I actually filled my Dropbox account with these videos. There was so many videos because we uploaded them directly from the iPads to Dropbox, and there was so many. I reached my limit on Dropbox and had to download some and then upload another lot, and there's hundreds. I just don't know how I'm going to get through them all. I really do not. But I am going to get it done. I am going to get it done, and I am going to produce a YouTube video, and I'll link to them once they're done. But they're going to take a while. Anyway, I put some recommendations here, and I think the recommendations are the important bits. And my first recommendation, if you use a video, is ensure you provide an opportunity for learners to explore the device and software before the actual recording. Give them a chance to play. And I say this all the time in my sessions, all the time, and I just didn't do it because I just thought, you know, it would be fine, but it wasn't. Anyway, the second one was be clear on the events you want to be recorded. Multiple attempts can be made, but unused attempts must be deleted. And that was the second one. And then the third one was allow time for the selection of final video clips within the session. I didn't allow this. It was sort of like a wasted plenary, and I should have really focused on this. But the 2 hours is so packed in any case that I find it really difficult to fit everything in. And then finally, ensure that there is a limit of number of videos for the final selection. So it's sort of like saying, right, you can have 3 videos and that's it. So anyway, and I put here, you might be sat there reading this thinking, good grief, did you not realise these points before you started? And the answer to the question would be no, but I certainly do now. As I've mentioned before, I enjoy learning, and if this involves experiencing something and then having to adapt the process, then I'm happy to progress. Will I be using videos next year? Most definitely, if I get them edited, if I get the editing completed by then. Yeah, very true, I'll tell you. So, so that was this week's waffle. That was this weekend's waffle, and so there's nothing. There wasn't a pocket one. Wilson Waffling does apps, but there was something else that happened this week, and a very important one because the competition was decided. Now, I don't know if you... I've got one here. I have these. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to focus on it. I don't think it is, but never mind. There you go. That's a bit better. It's called I Waffled with Wilson. I bought these badges and I thought, right, we're going to have a competition to have them and give them away. And so I set up this competition using something called Gleam, and it has ended. It has ended. And hang on, I'm just zooming across to the other. There we go. So this was a competition. I waffled with Wilson, and there was a clear winner with the most entries. Now on this occasion, it was the winner was for the most entries. Okay, so I had to look at the users and see who had the most entries. The next one is not going to be like that. It's going to be every entry you gets put into the slot, into the competition, and then the computer randomly picks one out. So it's a bit like the Hunger Games, you know, that every week you get an extra one put in, or every year. So if you enter more, then there's more chance. But if you come across the competition in one day before the last day, you can still pop it in and you've got a chance of winning. Okay, so which I thought was a good idea. And then the program I use, which is called Gleam, actually does that for me and actually picks it out for me. So the winner, that's a drum roll, it's not thunder, don't worry. The winner was Luke. Luke won. Yeah, and he's already given his Oscar winning speech on Twitter, and it was fantastic. And he is going to be getting one. Well, it might even be this badge. It might even be that one. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see, Luke. But I will bring it tomorrow for you, and you can have it. Sometimes he actually listens to this and is in the chat, but today he is not. Today, you'll be surprised to know. Lo and behold, there is no one in the chat apart from me. But one week I did have 2 people. That was the highlight. That was the highlight. So I will get there one day, I assure you. And do you know, I think it's really bad that I keep having to look over there at my second monitor. I'm going to have to do something with it. Maybe have it above, or I don't know. There's not enough room here. Not enough room. So anyway, yeah, so the badge has been won. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my next competition. I am going to do another competition, but I'm not too sure what to do yet. So I'm going to have a think about it. Gleam has lots of options, so I'm going to have a look and see what I can do for this month. So what else have we got to do? What else I got? Oh no, I got my phone. Because we better check about Ask Waffling Wilson in a minute. What were the headlines? I'm trying to remember what it was. Video. Oh no, yeah, well done. If you remember, if you want to ask me a question, there it is. That's what you need to do. This one down there. Can you remember? I asked you to think about to remind me about World of Warcraft. Do you remember? Well, not World of Warcraft, Minecraft. Right, the server is done. I've managed to get the server up, and I've organised it and put some add-ins in, and I'm up to what I like to call the beta testing phase. So if you are somebody who watches this and you can prove that you're not a spammer or anybody nasty, or you know, or somebody from Twitter that I know, or you are from a student or NQT or something like that, then drop me a line, drop me a tweet or something, and you can join the server and start interacting with it and help me get it going. Now, just to let you know, the server is only set up for 16. Now, I've got me and somebody else on it already, so we're down to 14 places. So if you want to be part of those 14, then drop me a line, a Twitter, a tweet, or an email or whatever, and come along. and we can see how it goes, because it should be fun. So that's the Minecraft news. How exciting. So anyone who wants to do that, then that's absolutely fine. Now we're going to come to this important part of the show, which always fills me with dread, because it's the time to ask Waffling Wilson questions, and let's see whether or not we can actually get it right. Here goes.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Ask Waffling Wilson.
Please note, the new number is...
Ask Waffling Wilson.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, I'm back. Oh, how slick was that? How slick was that? Right, here's the phone. Now, last week I thought that nobody would ask me anything, and it was packed. The show actually went on for 15 minutes longer. So I'm going to have a look. Here we go. We're building it up. We're building up the part. So here we go. Ask.fm. Remember, that's what this is where you ask it to. Questions. Well, do you want to know? There's only one here today. It's the question of the day, and it says, what is the weirdest thing you've heard someone say? Somebody said. And I thought it said, what is the saddest thing you've said? And I was going to say, there's no questions. I don't know what I've heard the weirdest thing people say. I'm so old, I've heard so many different things. I'm sort of like past caring now. I don't think anything shocks me now at all. So, do you know, that is a good question, because I don't know the answer. I really don't know the answer. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to swipe that away and bin it. And look, now it's empty. No questions at all. So I'm just going to share my profile and then see whether or not anybody picks it up some other time. So it's coming to the end. I've got 3 minutes before the show finishes. I just want to say a couple of things. Don't forget Minecraft if you're interested in Minecraft. Look out for the leveling up game might be coming back. Yeah, you know, the one where you can get levels and go up. I took it down last week. Well, it might be coming back. Look out for the new competition to win an I Waffled with Wilson badge. And there was something else that I had to say, and I've totally forgotten what it is. Totally forgotten. Oh yes, there was a while back, right way back, why I had these badges was that I used to do Wilson Waffles with, or Wilson Waffles for the weekend, or something like that, when I chatted to some people in real time and asked them some questions, and I started to get a group of people back, and I'm going to start talking about them, and some of them have got things that they want to talk about, and so I'm going to talk to them, and I'll ask them questions about what they want to talk about, and some of them I want to get on the show so I can talk to them and have a discussion with them, and so there's a huge range. So keep an eye on it. It's going to be called Wilson Waffles with, and hopefully it's going to be on my YouTube channel, but I'll post it on my blog as well, so you can keep up to date. So if you do have any questions for anybody like that, then I'll make sure that you tweet them at the time. So don't use the Ask app, but use the hashtag WillWaffLive. I wonder if we can ever get WillWaffLive trending. I very much doubt it. Do you know what would be fantastic? You know, because I know I'm not a great YouTuber. I have a YouTube account, but I'm not a great YouTuber. But it'd be really interesting to get some of the YouTubers on, see whether or not they come and talk to me, a university lecturer. I wonder who you would like. Who would you like me to talk to, and sort of like quiz or something? Or maybe we should get a DJ from Minster FM, because there's somebody in the morning that has said that they'll come to a maths lesson. So maybe we can get that. Maybe we can sort of like link up there. That would be fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you to your Sunday night. If you're in school tomorrow, if you're teaching or you're on placement, have a wonderful time. If not, if you're in university tomorrow, then I will see you there if you're in my mathematics session. If not, have a wonderful evening. Look after yourself. Let me just cue up the titles so I don't forget, because otherwise I always forget. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have fun, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.